Silas Miami is a Kenyan-born singer-songwriter. He now lives in Cape Town and is here to introduce us to his brand new single, Give a Little Love. Hello.
Hello.
It's so nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for coming in. Now, we have to get this whole thing sorted out. You were born in Kenya.
Yes.
And now you live in South Africa.
Yes.
When did you come here?
I came here, it'll be 2 years in January, so
Okay.
I've been here for about 2 years.
And why did you come here?
South Africa is the only place with a decent film school in the whole of Africa, and I wanted to learn how to tell African stories through film. So I came down here initially to do live performance, and then I ended up directing and writing, so there's that.
Gee, so you're just a creative through and through.
We're attempting to be.
So, singer-songwriter, now you're directing and writing film. Let's talk about the singing and songwriting first. When did your career start?
I'd say when I was about 19, a couple of years ago. I was lucky enough to be picked up to do a cabaret show in and around Europe and some Scandinavian countries, representing Kenya. I was the youngest member of the troupe, and we did about a year all around Europe, and that was fun. So that, I think, was the beginning of the career. Then I came back to Kenya, music. Fast forward, we're here.
That's incredible. That's incredible. What was it like being an African artist touring Europe? Do the people in Europe really understand our artistic scene here?
They don't, but they're willing to learn, and which is what I loved about them. They came in with an open mind, and they'd see these men with sisal skirts dancing around stage, singing songs they barely understood, but they still went to the flow. And they understood the spirit, so that I appreciate.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about your filmmaking in just a moment, but your new single,
Yes.
Give a Little Love, has come out, and the video has been released on YouTube, and it's extremely creative, like you, so there's no surprise there. Talk me through the video. It was just such a pleasure to watch, and the song is just
I'm glad you liked it.
very beautiful to listen to. Talk me through the video, and then we'll talk about the song.
My manager and I decided to do this video very last minute because we'd done a show maybe 3 weeks ago where we incorporated some dancing and some movement, and it worked out pretty well. And the two dancers who helped us, Nadine and Lauren, came on board. We wanted it to be a bit fluid, a bit different, more of a dance video than anything else, because you don't want to see this when people are singing emotional stuff.
I want to see it.
But so, yeah, we put the dancers in front of the camera. He shot and directed it, lit it. He basically did most of the creative direction, and it came out really beautifully, surprisingly. It was a fluke, I think, but we like it, and I'm glad you like it too, and I'm hoping everyone else does.
Tell me about, it sounds like you weren't very involved, and the dancers were obviously on camera, and there's someone else who's the creative director. What was it like for you the first time you saw the final product?
It was, I can't describe it, it was amazing, because they refused to show me any of the footage before the final edit was done.
That sounds like a good job for you.
You know what I mean? No, but I was anxious because I like, the thing is, with the directing and writing background, I like being in control of a certain direction that anything I'm artistically involved in goes.
Right.
But I couldn't do anything for this one, so I had to just sit, twiddle my thumbs and wait. And I'm glad I did, because it was a surprise.
It's great.
I'm glad you like it.
Tell me about the song. Tell me about writing the song. Is it about any specific situation or person in particular?
It's about one or two sort of combined.
Okay.
When you're in a situation where you don't necessarily get the love that you give, and you get to a point where you now need to start negotiating.
I think everyone's been there.
You know, you're like, okay, if we're gonna do this, I need to get something back. So I think that's where it came from, and the writing process was messy. I write most of my songs in the shower at midnight.
How do you write in the shower?
I just start singing it, and then
Oh,
I
you
jump
just sing.
out of the
So you
shower
don't write it down in
and
the shower.
record it. I wish I was, and then send the voice note over to my manager. I'm like, what do you think of this? What do you think? Could this be something possible? And then that goes over to the producer, and then we start working on it. But most of it comes from the shower.
That's cool. Your album should just be called Shower Songs.
It has been proposed
Has it?
and shot down really, really quickly.
That's why I'm not in that industry. That's why.